Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is XilentFlex, and welcome to an episode of askxilentflex, where you guys send me your questions regarding life and any other endeavors that you may have, and I answer them with super awesome words of wisdom. Yes, super awesome words of wisdom. Guys, today I'm actually going to be starting off this episode with the super juicy question first, and kind of instead of saving it for last, I'm going to start it off with the first question. So what is this super juicy question, you may ask? Well, let me read it to you. We have an anonymous person who says, basically what I'm asking is your advice on going up to a totally random girl and meeting her without looking weird. Now in his email, this guy basically says that there's this girl in his school who he describes as the most attractive girl out there, and he says not very many guys talk to her because she's so intimidating with her looks. So, as I said, he just wants to know, how can I talk to this girl without seeming weird? Now, in this video, or in his email, excuse me, it doesn't sound like he has any classes with her. He says he's never talked to her before, so I'm going to go ahead and assume that you don't have any classes with her. So, here's what I would do, man. First of all, I'd plan the whole meeting her in person process. I'd give that about a week and a half, 2 weeks. And you might say, why in the world why are you putting a time frame on it? Well, here's why. If you want to do it without seeming weird, possibly, and you guys don't have any classes together, you're going to be a random guy walking up to her in the hallway. So you want to be someone who's not intruding. You want to be someone who's kind of like, hey, she kind of knows who you are. She's kind of gotten a feeling for who you are, And so how can you do that? I think the best way you can do that is, over that week and a half, 2 week period, just do little things that that come up to you. So that made absolutely no sense the way I described that. Say you guys, you obviously you see her around the hallways. You say in his email he said she's always surrounded by her friends and stuff. So what you can do is I would try to make sure that you walk past her in the hallway in some way or in some amount of effort that you can hopefully get some eye contact with her. Do something where you walk right in front of her, whatever you can do, but get some eye contact with her. I'm having a difficult time saying that word apparently, and just give her a wink, give her a smile, do something. Start off your social reactions with her. Start those off with something positive and something upbeat. And a smile is just the thing that you need. That's all you really need. So the first day you walk by, you give her a smile, and she may or may not notice, but she says, "Hey, there's a cute guy smiling at me." So you go a day goes by, and day 3 you go by and you see her again. You give her another smile, and then over time, you go through this first week where you're giving her a smile. Maybe you're looking at her. You're basically letting her know that you're interested in her, but you're doing it from a distance in a way that's not too straightforward. You're trying to do it with confidence. You're trying to let her know, hey, what's up? I think you're cute, so I'm going to smile at you. I'm going to keep eye contact with you. Just use your body language to project that over the next week and a half, 2 weeks. And I don't think you need me to sit here and tell you ways that you can do that, but I think you should make it a goal of yours to just show her that you possibly might be interested in her. And you don't want to be too upfront about it, but you just want to be very subtle. And you want to be very confident. So like I said, all that's done is through body language, and you don't have to do much. But once you get that down for a week and a half, just tell yourself, what could, if a stranger were going to approach me, a female were going to approach me, and I know that we're guys. I'm sure you get a hot chick that walks up to you, you'd be more than willing to talk to her, right? Well, girls are different. So just tell yourself, what would make a stranger approaching you less intimidating, less awkward? If she smiled at you a few days, if you guys bumped into each other at the library and you kind of had like a 20-second conversation, that kind of breaks the ice a little bit. Just little things like that. Think about it and implement those things into your routines for the next week and a half. And then, what can I say, man? Once you work that courage up there, just walk up and talk to her. It'll say enough in itself. With the fact that you're just actually going up and talking to her. As you said in your email, you don't think anybody else really talks to her because she's so intimidating. So the one guy that does talk to her is going to shout confidence and is going to shout attractiveness to her. She's going to go, oh my God, this guy actually talks to me. That's so awesome. He must be confident. He's I just want some of that candy. That's what she's going to be saying, yes. But you can totally do it, dude. Just work up that confidence. And yeah, it's my little bit of advice that turned into being an almost 5-minute video on advice. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and try to bust out 2 more questions. Give me a second to pop up the next one. Alright, the next question is from an anonymous person, and he asks how to get out of that what-if state and how to not be scared of opportunities. And I think he means this what-if state is is generally when he has an opportunity to try something, but he goes, what if I fail, or what if I'm not good, or what if this happens? And I'm sure you can all kind of put that what if quote, what if state into your own lives and situations that you've gone through. But he just wants to know, how do you get out of that state, and how do you become open to opportunities versus being scared? And I think the best way to do this is to do what you're doing right now. Obviously, if you wrote me the email and you took the time to write this out and recognize the problem yourself, you're already halfway there, man. Half of the, I think, solution and answer to your question is to recognize it. If you don't notice that you're shutting down or afraid of opportunities, then you'll never really change them because you don't really notice them. So you're already halfway there just by recognizing them. But what I would do is if you get an opportunity that comes to you, an opportunity that you can genuinely tell is pretty good opportunity, you don't really need to have people saying, wow, man, I can't believe you got this. Any opportunity that it may be, as long as you genuinely know that this is something that's probably good for you, I would just go for it. You might have all these voices in the back of your head, or these thoughts telling you, don't do this, you might fail, or don't do this, this might happen, or don't do this, this might happen, blah, blah, blah. You might have all those things kind of, like the devil on your shoulder or whatever thing, telling you all that stuff. But I think if you genuinely know at heart that that's a good opportunity, or that what you're doing is good for you in general, then just go for it. And sometimes you have to tell yourself the opposite from what that little devil on your shoulder is telling you. He's telling you don't do it, so you say, well, I know he's telling you don't do it. I know that my fear is telling me to not do this because of blah blah blah, but I'm going to do this because I know that this is good for me at heart, and I know that by doing this I'm going to grow and get over this what if state and turn these opportunities from fear into excitement, to where I'm tackling these opportunities going, hell yeah, I'm going to do this and I'm going to succeed. I'm going to do this and grow. I'm going to do this and meet new people, whatever. So those are the two quick, simple steps that I would give you to kind of help you in those two aspects. I'm trying to hopefully give you things, I can give really good answers for all these questions you guys ask me, but my videos would be like 20 minutes long. So I hope that is sufficient enough for your question, my man. Anyways, give me a second to hop into my last question. Alright, so the final question that I have here for you guys today is from a gentleman by the name of Frosty, and he says, do you have any tips on how to find that job and nail that interview? He says he's been looking for a job for over a year. He's in high school, this is his senior year, and he really feels that he has all this extra time, and he feels it would be very well spent with a job. So he's trying to look for a job, and he hasn't been getting any calls back and whatnot, so he wants to know, how can I get that job? How can I nail that interview? Well, I think that this question directly correlates with women, and it all has to do with not giving up. I know a lot of people that are young that they've never had a job before, and it actually doesn't sound to me like you're intimidated by a job. It just sounds like you generally want a job. So I don't know that this is your problem or not, but I think the first step would be to not give up. You might have to turn in 40 applications before you get that call with application number 41. It might take 50 applications, it might take 4 applications, it might take 10. The point is, just keep trying, keep trying, keep trying, keep trying. And remember that every time when you write an application out, you always want to focus on your strengths. If you have anything that you've really succeeded at and really done really well at. I remember when I had applied for some jobs during my high school years. I had always put that I was one of the cross country coaches my senior year. I remember I applied for a job right after cross country had ended, and I put that on my application. And I remember I put that I had been in Taekwondo for 6 years. I put all these things that normal people don't think about. It's not always about grades. It's not always about what your GPA is. People that are looking for employees, they want to know, like, what else does this guy have? If I was in Taekwondo for 6 years, what does that show? It shows I got good dedication. It shows that I know how to practice something, and that says a lot to an employer. What does it say that I put that I was a cross country captain, team captain? Did I say coach in the earlier part? I don't know if I did. Anyways, I was a team captain. And what does that tell an employer? It says that I'm a good leader. It says that I have good motivation skills, and it says that I was chosen, obviously, by my team and coaches and whatnot to be in that position. So I must hold some high values with myself and other people. So, in terms of a job application and even an interview, all those things apply to an interview. When they ask you, what sort of things do you do? Why do you deserve this job? Take things from your daily life that you can also apply to the interview. Don't limit yourself to just, okay, I should only talk about school and why this job is good for me. You know what, guys? Step out of the box and put yourself out there. That's what's going to really shine to an employer. And the last tip I would say is when looking for a job, I wouldn't always bite at the first thing that comes. If you have a job that you really want to go for, if you really want to work at GameStop or something, keep trying to get a job at GameStop. Do what you can to get a job at GameStop. If you like games, get a job at a video game store. Try to get that job that's going to be meaningful to you first before you get that job where you're going to be flipping burgers or something. Because in the end, you're going to be a little, I'd say probably a lot more than a little. You're going to be a lot more happier working at a place that you genuinely like versus a place that's kind of just, well, I really needed that job, so I got it. But of course, if you need the money, go for whatever job you can get. But yeah, guys, I hope, and Frosty, I hope that, I called you guys, Frosty, I hope that I answered your question with some words of wisdom that you could take and apply to yourself. And of course, I hope everybody else benefited and enjoyed this video. I had a blast making it, and I know it's really long, so I'm going to go ahead and peace out and say that, yes, this is another video in my string of videos that are going to come to this channel in consistency. No more 2-week periods with only 1 week, one video a week or one video every 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm getting kind of off track because I'm getting excited. I got some food waiting for me, so man. All right, guys, I hope you all have a super awesome Sunday. And yeah, guys, as I like to say, stay fly and stay fresh, and just keep it real. Love you guys. Bye.